here. Woo! All right, ladies. I'm so excited to be here this morning. Why? Because it is Women's International Day. All about the woman, not only for the entire month and celebrating all the women in history, but I also, in the month of March, love to celebrate women that are entrepreneurs today, that are out there putting in the work to pave new futures for the women that are coming behind us. So we will be someday those women in history that they're celebrating. So that is, to me, just amazing to know that we will have that effect someday and we'll make the change that we need to make today. But you can't make change if you're not stepping up to be seen and be heard. You can't make change if you're not speaking up. Like, as you can see behind me, speak up to lead up. If you're not speaking up, you cannot make change. You can't make change in the shadows. So I'm excited to have Theresa Sperling with me today because she is a trainer and mentor in the area of speaking. And Theresa, talk to us about how important speaking is for women to get their voices to be heard.
Absolutely. Thank you, Colleen, for having me. And what a perfect day to be here. I'm so excited. Wow. When it comes to women speaking, this is such a tremendous way to have your voice heard, to share what you care about, share your opinion, share your causes. So it's really important to be able to take the stage and step out of the shadows and into that spotlight. And that's what I love to do. I help women come out of those shadows and really take full ownership of the stage. And some of those ladies are pretty good at taking the stage already too. So I love to help them really just kind of fine tune it and get that message out there so it's really received by their audience and they're making that awesome impact.
Yeah, and I think you said a couple of words that really caught me there, which was full ownership and impact. So, how do you have the maximum impact on what your genius is and why you're here? Because we're all unique and we're all here for a specific reason. How do you have that full impact? And the only way to do that is to take full ownership for yourself, for your passions, for what you want to say. And let's talk about stages because, again, we talk about stages and women tend to still go to a physical stage and say, well, there's nowhere for me to be on a stage. And we all know you can create many, many platforms, and there's many, many platforms available. At Lead Up for Women, we do that through articles, we do that through podcast interviews, we do those through what we're doing today, which is our Member Monday Spotlight interview. So a stage is anywhere you have a platform to share and take full ownership of what you want to say. So what are some steps for people, Theresa, would you say, for them to really get behind what that is? How do they start? They don't even know what to do to start.
Well, they can start, like you said, with creating their own stages. Facebook Live is probably the most common way that women can create their own stages. You can go live on your Facebook page. If you have a business page, you could go live there. You can also do videos for YouTube. You can also do videos for LinkedIn. And there's a bit of a little bit of a time delay before they allow you to go live on LinkedIn, but you can still post videos that express your cause or your passion. And again, you don't know who's watching that. So your message, I always like to think of it as like the ripple effect. You drop that pebble and you can just start with dropping that pebble and it will have that ripple effect that goes out and out and out. Because once you start to catch the attention of your people, it's the people that are really, really interested in what you have to say and they're passionate about the cause as well, they're going to start to look for more and more video of you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that ripple effect comes in. But the idea is really just start. And as you get going, you'll start to get better and better at it. And more people will tune in and be looking for you. So the idea is you just have to start.
I love that. And one of the best ways to do that is to just go live on Facebook or go live on Instagram. And you can just record it from your phone and do a really quick video on a story. You don't even have to type any text in and you can go live on Instagram You can, right now, I know YouTube, TikTok's, stealing a little bit of their thunder. And so TikTok is really looking for a lot of videos that you can do just on your phone. So doing it in this portrait manner, taking like a minute video and posting it on YouTube, and it could be the word of the day, or it could
Right.
be, something in your industry that you're passionate about. And for me, it's women. So everything women related, I'm passionate about and want to talk about in leadership and business, in our lifestyle. So pick something and just show up as you. And here's a little secret that Theresa and I will share with you. No one wants the perfect you. They
Right.
just want you. So that's why videos of people in their pajamas or videos of people that are usually doing more relaxed things have the highest views, because it's not necessarily the professional videos that are getting the most views. That's why I like to have these Member Monday spotlights where they're a little bit more casual and we're just having a conversation and there's nothing, restrictive on it. We just want to talk about, you know, things that are interest of yours. What tools could you use? All of our members have some genius that they're bringing forward and
Hmm.
offering you some opportunities to step into the spotlight somehow and expand your influence. And today, Teresa's offering for you to step into the spotlight. So, Teresa, I don't know if you have an event coming up. Let's talk about how people can reach you. Let's talk about what people can learn from you. Why would anyone reach out? Like, what would they learn? What would they be getting from you? How do you help women if they're kind of starting out, or if they already have a signature speech that they give, but they're feeling like it's not generating any ROI, it's not landing with the
Right.
audience, because they feel like, hey, that was a great speech, but then no one follows up with them. So everyone was like, that was great in the moment, but then they're not looking for them after.
Right. It doesn't become memorable. It doesn't move them. And that's one of the things I focus on when I'm working with women and coaching. So really, what I do is particularly, let's start with if somebody has a signature talk. I can help you do some evaluation, get some feedback on really how to elevate that and really have it land with people so that they will work with you. There's three parts of that I like to focus on. So it's what am I seeing, what am I hearing, and how are you making me feel? And that feeling part really comes from your stage presence. And we know Maya Angelou has that wonderful, wonderful quote that people will remember how you make them feel. So that's why that part is so important. People will walk away remembering. Now, if you don't have a signature talk, don't be worried about that because I can help with that too. We can certainly work together, develop that, and get you to a point where you have a signature talk and really that becomes your talk that you give all the time. That is your talk. You don't have to recreate a talk every time you have an opportunity. And by having the signature talk, you can say yes. When these opportunities come up, you can say yes every time. So now you're really taking hold of that spotlight. And that's how you're taking ownership of stages, being able to say yes and doing it. So then you don't have to recreate a new talk every time. You might tweak it up a little bit. You might change up your stories depending on who you're talking to. But it really is the foundation of the speaking portion of your marketing toolbox. And speaking is really the most effective way to get your message out there of what you do. And I love doing the coaching part. It really, that's my heart. I love it. I love being able to just sort of take that whole experience in and share with people, hey, these are the really great things you have going for you. Now let's bump those up and take it to another level so that it's really making a huge impact.
Agreed. And
Yeah.
those of you that don't know Teresa, what she does specifically that I think is masterful is she helps you get out of your own way. So she's not planting seeds of greatness into you. You already have those seeds of greatness. She's just helping you get out of your own way so she can pull those out of you. So, see, it exists within you already. There's really not additional learning that you need. It's just about showing up. It's just about not being afraid to step out of the shadows and be seen. And trust me, we've all been there where we've been afraid and wanted to stay in the shadows. Why? Because the shadows are comfortable. The shadows are where we feel the most comfortable because we're not in this growth, right? When you're in the spotlight and you have to stand there past the uncomfortable piece, that's where the growth happens, and not everybody feels comfortable in the growth. So remember, it's not everybody out there that needs to hear what you have to say, but the perfect person in your audience that needs to hear what you have to say is not going to be able to flourish in their lives and be touched by you and impacted by you if you stay silent.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Theresa, what do you have coming up that
So
that some
I
of
have,
our members can reach out to you for?
yes, I have a couple of things coming up. I do a speakers training camp, and I'm making it a spring training camp for speakers. When we were in person, this was for, at least for us in the Midwest, this was traditionally the start of speaker season because we'd start to move around and go out and speak. Obviously with virtual, we've been doing it right along. Most of us have anyway. I have a spring training coming up for speakers. I also have, that's coming up this month. I've had some speaking opportunities come in here and there, so I have to move that date a little bit. So I don't want to give the date right now, but I will put the information in the comments. In April, I'm having a signature talk workshop. So if you don't have something in place, or maybe you have a little bit in place, that would be a great opportunity for the ladies to come together, and we'd work on that together, do a little practicing here and there. So that will be a really fun time. And then I have an offer for the ladies of Lead Up, which again, coaching is my heart. And I'd like to offer a complimentary hot seat coaching for the ladies. And for those who don't know exactly what that is, please don't be afraid. It's me on the hot seat. You get to come and ask me anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
of them are
It's
like, I
not
don't
me.
want to be on the hot seat.
Right. Nobody, oh my gosh, put me on the hot seat. No, no. So I'm going to offer a complimentary 15 minutes. You can bring your questions. You can bring a piece of your talk and we can review that. Or if you just have questions on where do I start, tell me more about a signature talk, anything you want to talk about, we'll go for 15 minutes or so. And yeah, like I said, that's my favorite thing to do. So I'd like to offer that to all the ladies. And I will put the link again in the comments once we've finished.
Yeah, that's great. And I'm going to recommend to all of you, even if you do have a signature talk, which I've had done, when I've gone to these workshops, I always learn something new. So I'm always pulling something out of the workshop. I'm always figuring out maybe I want to tweak something a little bit differently, have it flow a little bit differently. It just helps you give another perspective to what you're saying. And I really feel like we always need to be keeping them fresh as well, and relative. And so it's just another opportunity for you if you haven't dusted that off in a while, or if you're still masterly trying to put it together, or if you
Right.
haven't even started. I feel like this is for all of those levels. And how fun to have a spring training where we can come and do that. So I'm looking forward to those dates being posted below. And then Theresa will also put a link for you to book your hot seat. So
Yes.
that's great. And take her up on that advantage. Why not ask her a bunch of questions so that the next time you do speak, or the first time that you do speak out, you are landing and making an impact with those that you're
Right.
talking to. And remember, done is better than perfect. So you just want to get out there and start today.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's,
Like I said, this was just the perfect day to be here. So
it
I'm so
is.
excited.
And we're celebrating women today. Couldn't get any better than that. So, Theresa, thank you so much for being on this morning. And we're delighted, as always, to have you as a member of Lead Up for Women. I'm blown away by the caliber of the leadership that we have within the community that offers so much to everyone to be inspired, to be motivated, but most of all, to be educated so we can all put more tools in our toolbox. So, thank you, Theresa, for all that you do and for all that you constantly bring to the table for Lead Up for Women. We really, really appreciate you and honor you today as a woman who is an entrepreneur. Thank you for paving the way for other women.
Wonderful. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate the opportunity. And like I said, please take me up on it. I'm here to help. So I'm thrilled to be here, and I appreciate all the opportunities you give the ladies to take a stage. So let's make sure they are taking those stages and not letting them, go by the wayside. So yeah,
Yeah, if you're a member of Lead Up for Women and you're just looking on polishing what you need to be able to step on more stages and lead up because maybe you're just a little fearful to do that because you feel like you don't have the material ready, Theresa can help you with all of that. So it's a win-win
absolutely.
situation for all of us.
Yes.
So, ladies, we celebrate you today. Go out there and conquer the world and make sure you celebrate another female today as well to lift her and honor her. All right, ladies, have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye bye now.